Or do you know how I was born? I was born, without an umbilical cord. Yes. I was born in a sack. Yes, you can Google it. Children born in a sack. There are those that are born in a sack, but there is an umbilical cord. But there are those who are born without an umbilical cord. And in the world, we are only 40,000. Google it. Only 40,000. So each and every time when I ask my mother, what was I eating? Because it was in water. But I wasn't drowning. How is that possible?
It defeats all science.
Exactly. So when I was born in the hospital, so the doctors apparently, okay, this is what my mother is telling me. They were scared to open the sack because they didn't know what is making me breathe. What if they open the sack and then I die? So I was there for 3 days. But on the third day, I opened it up myself.
Whoa.
Here am I.
That's crazy. Special child.
Mpotaba is going to address in the memorial service of Zahara. He is taking the stage, the fiancé to Zahara. Kino a tlonka sebaka o hlokala tjena ile hore o ne a tlo nyalana le Zahara o hlokala ile hore mpho na tlo monyala.
I'm not sure if it's a day to be good on for me. It's been a hellish 3 weeks. I need sleep. As already being mentioned, I am Zahara's other half. I just want to share a fond memory of how we met and put things in a bit of perspective. I met her many moons ago, and from the first night that we met, we shared deep, intimate conversations as I was not in a good space of mind myself. And after that, she somehow got hold of my number from a friend. And she reached out. And she was like, Puti, sazothetha phela. And then I was skeptical at first. I was like, what business do I have with celebrities? But she was not speaking from a place of the pedestal that she was at the time. It was a very human and real place. She said she was gonna say this on our wedding day, that I stood her up 3 times. On the third, I made various excuses. The last time, the third excuse, there was some bad weather, there was rain, and I saw on one of my friend's statuses there was a flood somewhere. And then I asked my friend, please send me that video. And then my friend was like, okay. She didn't ask questions. And I was like, hey, I sort of like shared to say what was happening, but she didn't know who I was referring to. And I told her that I don't want to be a bag of weed. So, yeah. She sent me that video, and I took that video and I forwarded it to Zahara. And I told her, yo, I can't drive from Pretoria, there's bad weather everywhere. And the roads are flooding. And she never responded for about a week. And then that's when I realized that, wait a minute, maybe something is happening here. And then I'm the one who reached out. And then the tables have turned. And it was, we had to, but we did it anyway. I'm not here to spill the beans. I was part of her very human and real side of her. I know a lot of things. I know her mind. I know emotions. I know her naked frailties. I know everything. But there's no time now to say all of that. So, the other thing, we used to communicate as part of our intimacy. I used to write her very long messages, giving her that constant reassurance, giving her confidence, giving her love, giving her hope. And I think I'm that person who behaves like a thinker. What I produce in my mind, I put it down on paper. And she would say to me, you know what, baby, I love what you say. This long text of yours, like. So I know she was lazy to read, so I sort of like started recording myself, voice notes, videos, sending to her phone. And then she would say, ooh, yeah. And when she was in Canada for 2 months, it was a very long wait considering the circumstances. I was even considering to put myself back on the market. But yeah, I was very patient with her. I knew every day, 2:30 in the morning, I must wake up and I must speak to her on a video call until 4 in the morning when I prepare for work. And then after my first meetings, that would be around 9 o'clock, I would speak to her again on a video call because it was probably around midnight during the time in Canada, and we'd speak for those few hours. We were constantly on the phone and all of that stuff. The first person she would call when she wakes up every day was me. Whether she was in a bad mood or whether she was in a good mood or whatever the case might be. But then I had to bear the brunt for all of that. I don't want to be too long. I'm a very shy person. I'm going to share this letter, the last love letter that I wrote. To my dearly departed love, words fail me. The void you have imposed on me has immeasurable depth. What brewed skepticism and questions as well as iniquity to those who felt like they held a high moral ground to the institution of love, inadvertently led to the inception of a love so strong, of adoration, affection, fondness, attachment, passion, infatuation, care, devotion, and all things warm and fuzzy. I will forever cherish all the moments I got to spend with you. When we first met, you took me out of a deep, dark place, and you restored my faith in love again. You never judged me harshly, but rather cautioned and counseled me. And thereafter, you decided to keep me for yourself. If it were up to you, you would probably be living under my skin right now. So many plans, so many fond memories, however, fate decreed otherwise. On behalf of the kids, Kamoretu and Kamorelo, we will forever love you. And on me, I will search for you through 1,000 worlds and 10,000 lifetimes until I find you.
O se lebale hore mpona sa ntshitse mahadi. Those are the words of Mpho. Zahara died just a month after Lobola negotiations. Over to the MC of the day.
Don't stop searching, Mpho. Don't stop searching. The beautiful thing about love is that we can experience it in different ways as it evolves. Don't stop searching.
E ne se le kgwedi fela abuti mona a tswa ho patala mahadi le ho buisana ka ditaba tsa lenyalo. E ne a tlo nka Zahara jwalo ka molekane wa hae. It was about a month when the brother here sent his family members to go and negotiate amalobola, ditaba tsa mahadi. So he shared a touching story with the one whom she loved. God comfort and protect you, my brother. Stay blessed. Be strong. I know it's very painful. But from Mohaladitwe Broadcasting, Mohaladitwe TV, Mohaladitwe FM, we are saying, let the family of Zahara, the fiancé, and all the relatives be strong and courageous. Let's hear what Somizi said to South Africans.
I'm more respectful and fearful of death than of life. And I'm saying this, it's been on my mind for the past few days. When I heard that Zahara is in hospital and she's not in a good condition and so forth and so on, I thought of, should anything happen to Zahara, God forbid, should Zahara not make it, I know for sure that Zahara is going to be an overnight hero, an overnight icon. People are going to be saying how the industry has lost an icon, how she's gone too soon, how she was amazing, how she was an amazing vocalist, and yet we all know that in reality, she was one of the most mocked personalities. People celebrated her downfall. People used to make fun of her situations. We knew that she had her own fair share of hardships. But she was hardly given her flowers. Right? And for me, that is the part that I'm like, human beings. Can you imagine how beautiful the world would be if we celebrated life, we respected life, we were fearful of taking life for granted and celebrating it and celebrating each other. Because that's the only thing that we are guaranteed of, or that we know for sure. It is life. We don't know about death. We don't know what happens on the other side. But yet, you have to die for you to be acknowledged. You have to die for you to be more respected. You have to die for you to be more honored and to be given your flowers, literally and figuratively. Where people buy more flowers at funerals than in real life. Where people give you flowers in your death than when you are alive. Where people acknowledge you when you are dead than when you are alive. Sis. Ooh, sis. If that's how you're going to be, or we're going to be, I keep your flowers. I'll buy myself flowers. I'll buy myself flowers, Baba. Now, bonga. Because it's the very same people that now all of a sudden their hearts are broken. Are they broken because they've lost someone that they know they can't mock them anymore? Or are they broken because now they feel guilty that they mistreated you? Including our personalities, including myself. If Zahara called today and said, Somizi, I need help, would I help immediately? If Zahara cried for help, which she did, but hardly anybody jumped. But look at the funeral. Oh, at the funeral. We'll be flying to Eastern Cape if she's buried there. When we've never been to her house, when we've never even made an effort to check up on her. We human beings, and when I say we, I include myself. I'm not excluding myself from this. We are not okay. But we still have time to change that. And the time is now. I promise myself I'm going to do better. I'm going to be better. But more than anything, I will buy myself my own flowers. Keep your flowers. If you're going to deprive me of those flowers and you're saving them for when I'm dead.
Ano ke mantswe a Somizi Mhlongo o opile kgomo le naka. Boholo ba Maafrika Borwa re etsa jwalo. Difamiling tsa rona re etsa jwalo. Metswalleng ya rona re etsa jwalo. Ho ba maloko a rona re etsa jwalo. Re lebohe Mohaladitwe Broadcasting, Mohaladitwe Radio, Mohaladitwe TV ka ho re tlisetsa kgopolo ena ka puo tsa tlhapi ba re memorial service. Le ho nyehela lenaneo lena ho sebini sena sa matjhaba-tjhaba. Naledi ya Afrika Borwa, mohapi wa dikgau tse ngata-ngata ka rona Afrika Borwa le naheng ya Afrika ka bophara. Tsohle tseo re ithutileng tsona le ho di utlwa sebakeng sena, ha ebe thuto ho rona, ha re etseng ditokiso maphelong a rona, re ska tswa ba maloko a rona. Ya reng e tshweu kgotso ke Thabo Mafike wa Mohaladitwe FM.